All have to come in video mode. Rangoli, Rashmi Maghdum, Rohin Nadaf, all have to come in video mode. Jasmina, yeah. Now I want to take that remaining part of the first unit. Okay, I took that started job analysis. Okay, then types. Rashmi Maghdum.
Yes, sir.
You are in sleeping mode.
No, sir.
Okay, then discuss what are the points that are coming under placement job analysis survey.
Yes, sir. Leishman job analysis survey. Under that, he has basically taken four abilities, sir. Four main heads, under which we have psychomotor abilities, physical abilities, and I'll just have a look.
Sensory also.
Yes, sir. Sensory.
Okay. Now tell me.
Under which there are. Yes, sir.
What are the points that are coming under the cognitive?
Cognitive. So cognitive is basically the skills that employees require to do the tasks, sir.
Okay.
I mean the job related abilities that the employees have.
Then?
Cognitive abilities include all of them. Yes, sir.
So there are 52 abilities, sir. I'll tell.
Wait, I'll give you back. Wait. Yes, Rashmi?
Yes, sir.
Discuss what are the points those are there in the cognitive.
Cognitive, sir. Yes, sir. That's what all the abilities required for jobs, sir. Perceptual abilities is how a person perceives things, sir.
Each 1.1. Discuss what is the perceptual abilities.
Okay. Perceptual abilities is that's what, sir. How an individual perceives things around him and performs the job or the tasks, job-related tasks.
Okay.
And then spatial is understanding outside world.
Okay.
How he takes the things that are outside his world, sir. And then idea generation and reasoning abilities, how he comes up with the idea in a difficult to difficult situation and how he reasons in that, how he resonates to things, sir. And then memory, of course, his memory power. Akshata, then the attentiveness.
Okay, it's okay. Akshata, let's see. Akshata.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, please explain psychomotor that is coming under the Fleischmann job analysis survey, FJS. What are the points?
What, sir?
Second point. In FJS method, I already discussed to the class that is on psychomotor. What's the psychomotor? Yes. Akshata, don't waste my time. Come in video mode.
Sir, I'm in video mode.
Come in video mode.
Yes, sir.
Yes, explain. Yes, Saraswati Kurni.
Yes, sir.
Explain what are the points that are coming under the psychomotor.
In psychomotor, there is a control moment ability and reaction with time and speed ability,
Huh?
and find
In generally, in your own word, what are you going to conclude on this psychomotor?
it is a quick response of the employees, how they react with that critical situation with
How
time
they
and
are going
how they
to react to a given task. Okay,
task.
how they are going to react about any particular in the data time. Okay, how they are going to react about the any quality of work, how they are going to respond to other person on the spot related to any gaps. Okay, that is coming into the psychomotor, that tells about your mental stamina, that tells about your cognitivism. So these are the major abilities, okay, in the time of recruitment. As a recruiter, how they are going to analyze and how they are going to expect from the candidate. That's coming under the psychomotor. Then next question goes to Rashmi. Explain the what are the major points those are coming under the physical.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So under physical ability, the endurance. Endurance means to what level can anyone's body go through hardship or any tough tasks, sir. Endurance. To what level, sir?
Like
Like, say, suppose you will be told to work overtime. Then how can a person be able to work for that long time? That's when your endurance is tested, sir. And in case of army, say for example, we take army, that's where the endurance is tested as to what level can they perform, sir, physically.
okay.
And then flexibility, balance, and coordination. Of course, balance is uh, your physical health with the mental health, and then flexibility, how flexible a person is, and how he coordinates.
Okay. Okay. Next, that is visual abilities are also there relating to how we are going to see that. Okay, how we are going to take that work. Then auditory and speech abilities and physical strength abilities. Then what is it
Yes, sir.
exactly, Jasmina? Sensory means.
So sensory is like any of the five activities like taste, smell,
Huh?
sight, all your five actions like listening.
Huh?
Listening, like it will come in the profession of doctors and nurses. They usually use stethoscope to listen. Then
True.
sight.
Huh?
Sight they will use in manufacturing wherever they see they remove defected products out. Then smelling, tasting, and touching. So in different professions we are going to use different kinds of senses. So here the employees will be hired according as based as per their senses, because some activities they require it to feel or to touch. Some activities only require visual scrutinization of whatever products are there in big companies, and whichever line or whichever supply chain or the manufacturing line, so it's going to be like that, sir.
True. Pragati, explain the steps in FJS, because this is very important for your exam point of view. That's why I'm asking you again. I'm repeating to the class. What are the steps that are coming under the FJS method? Please explain to the class.
Hello. Sir, I don't know. I don't have idea. Last class I've not attended, sir, so I don't have any idea.
Rohin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The steps in FJS are determining the level of analysis, then setting the job agents, rating ability levels for each task, analyzing the results, and selecting the tests.
See, by analyzing these all steps, why these all steps are very important?
So, say that the advantages of FJS, this helps us to understand it is straightforward and easy to adopt, sir. It is easily
Don't read,
understandable.
explain in your own words.
So by using this FJS, we can easily get the information it is very easy to understand. We can analyze different methods, or we can get the knowledge about that candidate in a easy way. We can get to know the behavior of the character, in which factor he belongs, like cognitive or sensory. We can get and it provides full picture of the abilities of the
Okay.
candidates.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, according to you, now tell me, what are the disadvantages are there?
So disadvantages, we can say that's it uses many different jobs, sir.
Huh?
It has very wide applications because of lots of information, because of lots of classification. It will be very difficult to understand, sir. It is like subjective in nature.
Okay.
So we can't easily get overall or exact information of the candidate in small and in a easy way, sir.
True. True. Next question goes to Priyanka Bhupali. Priyanka. Yes, tell me, what is that functional job analysis? Functional job analysis means what? I already discussed too many times in the class. Functional job analysis means what? I took this point as in last class. Pradnya Patil.
I'm not.
Pradnya Patil. Yes, Pradnya.
So
Bless
it is
me.
a method of
Huh? Tejashwini Upri. Yes, explain. Explain the method of functional job analysis.
on functional job analysis. We analyze the person based on certain set of their ability or some set of functions which they perform,
What are those functions?
like a cognitive measure, sensory.
Those are coming under Fleischmann job analysis survey.
Yes, sir.
There is a lot of difference between Fleischmann job analysis survey and functional job analysis.
Yes, sir.
Then what are those?
No, sir. Functional job analysis I couldn't
Not
recall
reading.
it, sir.
You are not reading. Yes, Saraswati, what is the difference between FJA and FJAS? What is the difference between method of functional job analysis survey and functional job analysis? Fleischmann job analysis survey and functional job analysis.
Functional job analysis survey is the approach, job approach which describes the person's job, whole job of persons. In Fishman's job analysis, it identifies the ability of the employees, abilities of the employees.
See, in functional job analysis, it's no doubt it is the depend on the what kind of their functions are there in the organization. Means we can call that as a workers, okay, oriented job analytical approach, which attempts to describe the whole person on the job, how they are working, what are the different activities they are going to conduct, and what are the initiations they are going to accomplish the task in the particular organization. Depend on those all, FJ method is dependent. So depend on the workers workload, okay, their performance. Okay, it is a method to analyze that particularly, okay, by giving such a kind of task, how they are going to complete to their particular task with the time, and how they are going to reach the organization goals. So depend on these all, okay, we can confirm, we can going to conclude, okay, functional job analysis, and what are the varieties of steps are there, like take an example, identification of the organization goals, identification and description of task, analysis of task, development of performance standards, and development of training content. So these all are the points those are coming under the steps of FJAAs. So now I want to ask one questions to the Rashmi, that is identification of that organization goals means what is the role of every employees to identify the organizational goals? Why this first point is very important, Rashmi Maghdum? Yes, Rashmi.
Yes, sir.
Why
Sir,
this
can you
is very
please repeat
important?
it? I didn't get the question.
See, in functional job analysis, first step is to identification of the organization goal. Okay, why
Yes,
this is
sir.
as the first step, and why every employee should analyze that organization goal clearly?
So every employee has to analyze the organizational goal because be it any organization or any institution, at the end, its ultimate goal will be to earn profit, sir. The ultimate goal matters. So in order to analyze the job or anything as such, first it's very important to analyze the organizational goal. Only then the tasks or the set of jobs can be defined for employees, sir.
Okay.
Only after understanding the organizational goal, the
If
tasks
there
or
is,
the jobs can be
suppose take an
defined.
example, Rashmi. Okay, if there
Yes,
is no
sir.
any proper organization goals that is discussed with your employee, take an example, then what are the
Yes,
future
sir.
coming problems?
Will be when the employee will not know what the organization goal is,
Hmm?
he will not understand, he will be confused as to what he has to do, sir. So first understanding the organizational goal is very
Not like that.
important.
Suppose take an example as a HR manager, you are not going to discuss any your goals or objectives or aims to your employee. Okay, by giving task only, okay, you are going to analyze such a kind of task whether they are completed in the time or no. They are going to analyze that every day. But
Yes, sir.
is there any such a kind of problems in the future to both the employees and the employer? If yes,
Yes, sir.
if
If
yes, then what is that exactly?
so, problem will be that if the employer is not properly communicating the organizational goal to employees,
Hmm?
employees will not know the ultimate goal, sir. They will simply keep working. If they
Okay.
know the goal, then they will contribute more towards the organization. If they will
Yes.
not know the goal, sir, then they
Yes,
will not
Jaswina.
contribute wholeheartedly to the job.
Jaswina.
So actually, when you talk about the organizational goals,
Huh?
it keeps in mind the vision and the mission of the company.
Okay.
So you will see that in the company, everywhere here and there, you will see vision and mission of the company. Even take the example of KLE.
Hmm.
Everywhere, every flow, you will find what is KLE's vision and mission.
Okay.
So determining the organizational goals by focusing on this vision and mission, people will try to fulfill the company goals.
True. Why we need to share such a kind of objectives and goals means here the job analysis that whatever functional job analysis method is there, very important means you need to concentrate on what kind of particular objectives are there, vision is there, or goals are there. You need to discuss with them. You need to try to reach that particular goal by taking such a kind of task, what kind of particular task they are working. Okay, you need to analyze that neatly. If there is any problems to accomplish the particular work, if there is any problem to reach that particular target, okay, you need to again analyze the performance, some standards or principles to your organization. And if there is again any errors by your employees, give them training, then identify that what is the exact training content is that is required. So on the basis of that, you need to develop the some training content, and again you need to improve the skills or any competencies of the employees. So by doing like this, okay, you can enhance the again knowledge of the your employees, and you can expect more from your worker. So for the purpose to improve in your organization, okay, FJ method plays a very important role. So what are the advantages by analyzing these all points? Yes, Priyanka Bhupali. Priyanka.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, explain what are the advantages of FJs? Why by conducting FJs method to your organization? Okay, what are the advantages are there?
next one is we have to give lots of information clearly in a short words, sir.
Then
In a few words.
then yes, Pragati Chaudhary.
Yes, sir.
Yes, what are the advantages by this functional job analysis?
So functional job analysis means we come to know that which person properly fits for that job.
True.
Easy fit for the job, easy capable. We come to know more skills the person is having.
Okay, one is skills. Okay, and then next one is quality of the person. Okay,
We come to know.
what are the activities we should give them, right?
Yes.
Then
The responsibility they will be able to handle.
correct. You need to communicate properly. You need to expect such a kind of results also, right?
Yes, sir.
Then what are the detailed activities are there to the workers? You need to identify that properly. It becomes very helpful for you to analyze again standards of the those vocabulary of describing the job, anything related to job. It becomes very easy for you to analyze, right? Then what are those disadvantages? Yes, Preeti Gavikar. Pradnya Patil, please come in video mode. Dhanasri Bide, Pradnya Patil, please come in video mode. Preeti, explain.
So it's time consuming.
Okay.
And there's no flexibility. And there's no flexibility in the procedure.
No flexibility in the procedure means what?
Like anything, it's rigid, so you can't change anything in it.
Okay. Next. It forces all activities into a smaller number of activities. Means what?
Smaller number of activities.
What is the meaning of that?
I don't know, sir.
Yes, Saraswati. Saraswati, Kurni. Last point, please explain. I already mentioned that in the slide. It forces all activities into a small number of activities. It is coming into one of the major disadvantages of functional job analysis. What is the meaning of that? Yes?
No idea.
No idea. Tejaswini Upri?
Yes, sir. Sir, it tries to implement all the bigger activities which will take longer time to complete that particular task. That will be forced to do it in very short period of time.
Okay, by conducting or by analyzing such a kind of all the functions of the person for the employer of that organization or supervisor of the organization, it becomes very easy for the by taking all those activities in which particular field they are perfect, you are going to give that such a kind of work. That is the meaning of that. Forces all activities into a small number of activities. Means which one is very good to go through that. Suppose 100 employees are working under that. In that, take an example, every 10 employees, maybe there are different activities you are going to give that. Okay. So for which particular group, which group is very strong, which group is very soft, okay, which particular field is they are very perfect in some softwares, maybe you are going to categorize that. So by doing that, whatever you are giving some set of particular activities to the set of particular employees, so that is what exactly the disadvantage. It will take more particular time and it forces all activities into a only small number of activities. Sometimes it leads to, okay, they're not going to complete any given task at a time. Right? That is the meaning. Okay. Then what is that exactly job element method? Today I want to discuss on this particular method. That is job element method is this method developed by Ernst Prim of is a worker oriented method. it is totally first time Ernst Prim is developed this particular job element method, and it is used primarily with lesser skilled workers, one who is having not such a kind of competency to the organization, one who are not perfect to do any work in the organization, okay, one who are not having such a kind of any occupations, any industrial occupations, for the purpose to analyze their particular performance, for the purpose to know what kind of employees are there. This method is, that is job element method. This method, like the critical incident technique, focuses on satisfactory workers. See, very, very important for our exam point of view. They will ask you, okay, 3 marks question, job element method. This method is developed by Ernst Prim of it is totally workers oriented method for the purpose to well-being of the worker, for the purpose to satisfy the employees of the organization. Okay, this job element method is very important, and it is used primarily with lesser skilled workers, even to the one who are not competent as per the need of the organization. Okay, or even on the basis of by analyzing the occupations of the workers also. Okay, whatever you are going to again you are going to concentrate on how they are going to working in the organization. Okay, what is the quality of the workers? Okay, how they are going to interact with their supervisors. Okay, everything you are going to check by this particular job element method. This method, like the critical incident technique, focus on satisfactory workers. Suppose, take an example, if there is any satisfactory workers are there, to whom you are going to call that as a like, yes, these employees are the satisfactory workers. Yes, maybe in any critical incident also, they are not going to take any rational decisions. They are not going to, maybe there is no any such kind of disputes, maybe there is no any such kind of quarrels in between supervisors and those employees. So for the purpose to analyze those all are, okay, this job analysis or job element method is plays a very important role. Then what are the steps that are coming under the steps in job element method? Selecting a panel of raters. Very, very important. There are n numbers of particular raters are there, n number of evaluators are there, n number of performance appraisal trainers are there. So for the purpose to select them as a panel, okay, this is the first step to rate the employees. Okay, there are some panels are there. Okay, those panel members should rate the existing employees. That's coming into selecting a panel of raters. Then second one is, that is developing job elements and sub elements. What are the job elements are there? What is their particular entries? What kind of job structures are associated with this specific application? Okay, you need to analyze those all. So that's coming into the second one. Then third one, rating job elements and sub elements. Okay, what kind of particular elements are there, how you are going to rate that, how they are going to working that. Okay, each task wise. Okay, you need to analyze that. Okay, and analyze that present data and amplify that sub element definitions. You need to develop those particular elements as per the need of your organization. So these are coming under the job element method. Then what are the advantages of this particular job element method? Why, by conducting such a kind of survey, by conducting such a kind of data from the employees by satisfactory workers, okay, by analyzing what kind of incidents are there, okay. So what is the exact advantage here? HR manager major role is to analyze the, again, what is the exact critical incident was happened between supervisor and the employees. Okay, this is one of the major this one, and it will not take much more particular time. Okay, then third one, it will focuses on what kind of quality of workers are there. You are going to identify that. Fourth one is, it is one of the major tasks to identify which are the major competent workers to analyze to the supervisors. These are the major 4 advantages, and disadvantages is sometimes maybe what you are going to concentrate on the employees, maybe sometimes it leads to, okay, unsatisfactory employees also. Okay, First one. Second one is maybe sometimes if the employer is not up to the mark, okay, maybe it will take more time, okay, it will not going to concentrate on only one single task, okay, it leads to multitask also. So these are the major disadvantages of this job element method. So up to here, is there any doubt you can ask me? Yes, Rashmi?
So can I see the advantages and disadvantages? The slide is different, sir. The slide is of disadvantages of
See, as compared
functional
to
job
critical incident
analysis.
technique, it is a part of that, but it is not exactly critical incident technique, believe me. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, explain.
So this slide is the same. So
Huh?
the advantages, whatever are there for this functional job analysis, and disadvantages are the same
See,
for
each and
job
every
element.
method is different, but the thing is, on a slightly change, you can take that as a on the specifically on which particular element you are working. Depend on that, this job element is dependent. But it will take also what are the critical methods are there. Okay, so on the basis of that, you need to write that advantages and disadvantages
Yes, sir.
on each job element.
Okay.
So now I want to ask some questions related to this job element method. What are the elements are there in the job? Yes, Saraswati? Job element means what? Yes, Rohin?
So job element is exactly to get the oriented workers, which
Huh?
should be which should have quality for the its work. We can get said there are skilled workers, some are skilled, some are unskilled. This job element method used to get the organization to get the quality workers. There are less number of the workers, but they are effective in their work and
First you try
activities.
to concentrate on what that exactly job element is.
So this job element is a work-oriented method, sir.
Huh?
It is primarily used for lesser skilled workers,
Okay.
and it uses the critical incident technique on satisfactory workers. What we can say that critical incident technique is used to get to know the human behavior, sir.
True.
It is the procedure used to collect the observation of the human behavior.
True.
The observation are used to solve the practical problems and develop the psychological principles.
Okay. So here, what we need to concentrate, Rohin, in job element? What are the main
In job,
yes?
so in job element, we have to concentrate the skilled workers,
Okay.
quality and effective workers,
Okay.
and
See, suppose take an example.
yes, sir.
I want to ask one question. Suppose take an example. If I'm going to use performance of the employee, okay, what are the performance elements those are coming under the that particular performance appraisal? What are the elements those are coming under the performance?
The person should be active, sir.
Yes.
The person should be work oriented.
Okay.
The person should know the time management of the work to be completed in the minimum time.
Don't explain. I'll give you some hints how to identify the elements. Suppose take an example. If I'm going to talking about the performance of the employee, take an example. If the question is on performance, how you should analyze the elements? Without these elements, there is no meaning to the performance at all. Then what are those? Performance, those are with respect to time. Performance, those are with respect to your quality of work. Performance with respect to your particular behavior. Okay, your relation. So on the basis of these all elements, we can tell that yes, performance is good. Yes or no, Rohin?
Yes, sir.
So like that, okay, in the job, okay, there are some elements are there for the purpose to give better work to the organization. Okay, what are those exactly? Maybe it related to any critical incident. Okay, maybe their behavior again, maybe related to their particular satisfactory or unsatisfactory, maybe related to their time management, maybe related to their quality of work, maybe related to their relationship with them, their supervisors and their workers. Okay, maybe they're related to their skills, knowledge, abilities again. So with respect to all these elements, okay, whether you are running your job accurately or no, okay, that's coming under the job element method. Here, out of these all elements, on which particular element you are going to concentrating more, that is depend on the need, right? What is the exact need to the employer? So depend on that, this job element method is dependent. Yes or no, Rohin?
Yes, sir.
You got it exactly?
Yes,
There are
sir. Got
various
it, sir.
elements are there. To each and every method, there are varieties of elements are there. But as per according to your need, in this particular method, as per according to your need, which element you are looking for? Which element you are going to concentrating more to your employees? That is coming under job element method. Especially here, this particular Ernst Prim concentrating on critical incident technique. Okay, whether they are satisfied or unsatisfied, to analyze the satisfactory level of that particular employee, he used that critical incident technique, means behavior of the employees. So on the basis, because he identified in the first time, that's why these are the elements. But in each and every organization, these are not the elements, right? Maybe they will use this same particular method, but maybe their elements are, whatever they are going to concentrate, their elements are different. Suppose, take an example, okay, your attendance. I want to take your attendance, okay, but that attendance is not one of the major element. Again, in that there are n numbers of elements are there. I can choose why you're absent on that day. Maybe again there are some elements. Yes or no? So depend on that. Okay, it is very in depth. HR is very in depth. How you are going to take to your organization? What is the need? Okay, what are the parameters you are going to analyze in each and every method? So depend on that. Okay, that will give you that exact answer to your need. Okay, so these are the major methods. Maybe another 1 or 2 methods are there for your as per according to your syllabus. Okay, I'll take those particular methods in your next class. Up to that, is there any doubt you can ask me? You can ask me. Yes, Rohin. Rohin.
Yes,
Rohin.
sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir.
What is the
Yes, sir.
difference between parameters and any elements? What is the difference
Sir,
between
I think elements are what,
huh?
sir, parameters, sir, elements what you told, depending on the needs of the organization we do. Like
Ah.
time management is there, the activity of the worker is there, then quality of the worker.
Yeah.
These are the elements of a particular employer, where the parameters includes the whole human behavior of that employee.
Huh?
That employee tell, like we can say that employer will tell to the employee, we have this list of the list of these parameters which we include. Element may be the single, sir, but whereas parameter may be in the group.
True. Parameters
Yes,
are
sir.
many. Parameters are many.
Yes, sir.
So with respect to the
Yes, sir. Parameters
okay,
many.
you need to study the each and every individual employee's working condition. But elements are as per the
yes, sir.
organization need, as per the your personal
Single
what you are going
need.
to collect, and how you are going to take that as a challenge, and how you are going to give again back to the employees, like by giving such a kind of training. That is coming under relevant. Got it? So these are the major differences between
Yes, sir.
word wise. So as a MBA student, you need to concentrate on each word wise. Okay, what is the exact word, or what is the difference between these two? Like that, you need to concentrate on that. So really, these things are very helpful for your future life. Okay, up to that, maybe I'll take in next class remaining 2 methods, 2 to 3 methods are there. I'll take and I will finish this first unit. Okay. Please practice and read well. Okay, don't sit as it is.